Welcome traders all around the world. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube. And finally we come to the last lesson in 2019, everybody. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And remember, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Oh, this is the USB, so let's try. Okay, there you go. How is everybody? And hello Miguel, how are you? Everybody, remember what we try to do this year. We try to build a strategy and or a system. We try to learn risk management rules and understand how risk management rules work against or for the strategy and or a system. And lastly, we try to understand a little bit of how our psychology works. And we are passed over the basic module, the beginner module, the intermediate module and the advanced module. Ciao Giuseppe, come stai? Fa freddo in Italia, Giuseppe? Everybody remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. So my question for you too is, everybody, how is your trading going to change in the next decade, everybody? Not a lot of people pay attention, but we are entering a new decade. We are entering a new decade, the new 10 years. This is a big number, everybody. So, not really, okay, great. So, you can check and you can measure the past 10 years, right? It would be wise, everybody, to look upon your life and see what happened. What happened in the past 10 years. And the question is, how is your trading going to change in the next decade, everybody? Are you going to make it? And how? Victor says, hello partners, how are you? I would like to say thank you to FXPassion for the passion and the time. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. To dedicate Tom asked this month, and also I would like to wish to everyone to have a great Christmas and Happy New Year, and I wish your dreams come true, everybody, for the next year, and have a great vacation. Thank you, Victor, you too. And Miguel says, same for you, Victor. Yes, it will be. Hi Akos, how are you? Hello Annie. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, says Akos to everybody. So everybody, how is your trading going to change in the next decade? We are entering the 2020. Are you going to make it? Are you going to be the next Forex trader millionaire, everybody? And before you say yes, how? Right? I have a friend who is a psychologist, everybody, and we talked about trading, right? Also, and other stuff. And remember, change is difficult. It's not easy to change. So if we are traders trying to be profitable, for 5 years, 7 years, 3 years, whatever, and we still are losing and losing and losing, right? And we are worried, right? Well, change is difficult, everybody. Not every part, this is what I learned yesterday from my psychologist friend. He said not all part of the personality. Listen to this, what he said to me yesterday. He said like this: if you are over 35, because you are still young, but if you are, Victor, I'm sorry my friend, if you are over 35, 90% of your personality, doesn't want to change. The habits, the old habits, they don't want to change. The subconscious mind don't want to change. And this is why it's so hard, everybody. So again, we talked about this. So it's not a problem. It's the market. It's not the problem, everybody. You know, but we as traders, subconsciously, our subconscious doesn't want. I am 43, sir. Victor 40. Akos, look at your picture, man. You are 13, not 43. 43. Yes, everybody. This is psychological knowledge, my friend told. You have a great chance to change until 30-35. After 35, when we want to change, it's not just about trading, but in any area. Miguel says, my son is 42. If you want to change in any area, everybody, you are consciously battling 90%. Your 10% of conscious is battling, is fighting against the 90% of subconscious. It's an older picture. Oh, great. So we know, everybody, that change is difficult, right? Change is difficult. And me and Victor, we talked about already 90% of traders who lose money, they don't want to do the job, don't want to do the work that is necessary to change. Everybody. This is why we are telling you repetition, 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 repetition. Watch the webinars over and over and over and over, the same webinar 3, 4, 5 times. And what is the excuse for the beginner traders? Right? Oh, I don't have time. Right? I need to work, I need to sleep, I need to watch TV, I need to eat popcorn. Change is difficult, everybody. That's why this is our last lesson in 2019. How are you going to change in the next decade? I know some of you are profitable, right? Finally you get to the tipping point, right? But generally speaking, change is difficult. We don't want to change subconsciously. Okay, everybody, enough of philosophy, right? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about a currency pair? Do you want to talk about a strategy, a system? Do you want to talk about your cat or a dog, everybody? And remember, I have a 20 seconds delay. Or ask, right? So this is questions and answers. Ask anything if you want. When we come back in 2020, we are going to end this course. We are talking about hedging and the trading business. And then we are going to start over again for the new traders. Starting again with the basic module, market structure, highs and lows, trends. Everybody, what do you think? Is trading difficult? What do you think? Is trading still difficult? Or is trading easy? There should be a method, a drastic method to change, don't you think? Victor, I have a method if you want. Sell everything you have and put into the account and then burn your account. This is going to be the drastic method for you to... No, don't do it, I'm joking, you know. Do you have public trading record, sir? What is the public trading record, Akos? Repetition and practice is the best method, yes sir. The habit. You told us trading is boring. Yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is, Akos. Everybody, how are you going to change next year? What new habits are going to implement? Are you going to journal every day? Are you going to make trading as a priority? and not make and do everything else, you know? Are you going to do, oh, the profitability? Akos, no, I'm a proprietary trader, and as a proprietary traders, Akos, we don't have our accounts in our name, but we work for firms. But newsflash, everybody, next year I'm going to open a hedge fund, okay? But I'm going to tell you next year, because a lot of people is asking me, oh, can you show us your profitability and some of that on. Proprietary traders, we don't have accounts in our name, everybody, because we are managing other firms' money, other people's money. But next year I'm going to open a hedge fund on my name, so you are going to have FX book, Akos. Miguel says, I think it's exciting. Profitable trading is boring, everybody, because it's always the same, always the same, always the same, always the same. It's just numbers and probabilities. So, any Victor, Miguel, Akos, how are you going to change? And let's move to the market. And we said when we get back, right, to the trading table, this is EuroCAD, right? Starting from December 12, 13, 14, what are we going to do with EuroCAD? Can I work for you? Yes, you can, but you need to show me 3 months of profitable trading, and we are going to have an interview. You need to explain why and where and how do you lose money, and you need to explain how and where and when do you make money. Here in Peru or Chile, yes, we are building a structure to accept traders for over the world. You can work from your home, everybody. What is your goal with trading, sir? Can you be more specific, Akos? And please call me, you don't need to call me sir. Akos, sir. My goal as a teacher is to improve my teaching skills, everybody, in order to teach you better and for you to get it quicker and easier. Okay? And if you're asking about trading, my goal is to beat 100% return in a year. This is my goal, to make more than 100% on a year. So if I have $1,000, I want to make more than $1,000. If I have $50,000, I want to make more than $50,000. And this is quite a challenge, Akos, because of the risk, reward, and the risk management rules. It's not that easy. You know? It's not that easy to make 100% per year, risking 0.5% per trade or 1% per trade. How did you get this job on Stohastic YouTube? Akos, this is not a job. It's not a job, Akos. I'm not paid anything. I'm doing this for free, not for money. You can ask Stohastic and you can ask Yanis. Okay? It's not a job. And just if you want to be a mentor or a teacher, just write an email to research@stohastic.com, I think. Do you have Ferrari or such stuff? Privacy policy, my friend. Privacy policy. Okay? There are good people out there, but there are also bad people out there. So I prefer not to talk about what do I have, where do I go, you know. Okay? One day maybe we're going to meet each other and we can talk, but we don't want to disclose where do we live, you know. What do we do, our Ferraris and the yachts, you know, and the vacation in Monaco, you know. What's Victor? Everybody, you know, we are going to this is not a trading talk, but pay attention what you do on social media, everybody. Don't put everything on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. There are some bad people out there. They are going to take your information and use it against you, you know. You need to be careful. If you make 100%, you will be Bill Gates soon. Yeah, more or less, you know. You know, Akos, what is the problem? It's not the problem to make money. The problem is keeping the money, you know. If you earn 1 million per year, you have islands that you can buy for 20 million. So you are still poor, you know. If you earn 10 millions per year, you have apartments in New York, you know, for 15, 20, 30 million dollars. So you buy an apartment, you are still poor or middle class. So 100%, you know, it's relative. Money, it's relative, you know. Somebody is rich with 10 grand, somebody is poor with 10 grand. Somebody is rich with $1 million or euros, somebody is poor with $1 million or euros. Where is your book? I didn't find it yet. Oh, let me check. You go on Amazon.com and you write Forex Freedom. So www.amazon.com. Everybody pay attention what you do online, okay? Don't post everything you do in your life. Oh, I'm going on that vacation on Facebook, you know. Akos, Amazon.com, Forex Freedom. Forex Freedom. Click enter and let's see. Bitcoin is first, the Millionaire Fastline second, Unlocking World's largest Forex trading, Black Borex. There you go. Can you see, Akos? Forex Freedom, new 2019 edition, Kindle edition. It's only in Kindle. You know what you should do is have a school in home. Maybe one day. I need 2 million for finance independency. You can reach this. Thanks for your time, it certainly helps me a lot. My question here, if a trade does not do what you expect of it, how long will you stay in the trade? Hardly any movement in the market and more or less no result. I will be there until I become profitable. Let's open a chart. And it depends on your strategy, but if you are using the counter trendline break, and if you are using structure as your stop, everybody, if you are using structure on every time frame. Thank you for the question, Annie. Let's see if the platform is going to work. Come on. Okay, there you go. Stop. Whoops. There you go. 24. Stop loss. 24. There you go, Annie. So if you enter a trade and then the market is going to reverse, we learned about this. The market is going to wave, right? It's not going to go up and down in the straight line. Okay, so how long are you staying the trade? Forever, you know, because until the market hits the stop loss and breaks structure, even if the market is going against me, this is all part of the retracement. Will your YouTube series never end? Are not my YouTube series, Akos. There are Dukas Copies YouTube series. I don't know the answer to this question. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not using FXPassion as an author, you know. Okay, Annie, so the answer is forever. Now, the challenging part is the sideways movement, you know. And we are going to talk about this when we are going to learn about the business of trading. So if you are trading a swing, right, and you enter shorting and the market gets sideways, you need to calculate if you have a negative swap, Annie. Okay, you entered a counter trendline break and clone. You shorted the market in here and you entered in a counter trendline break and the market went sideways, Annie. So how long? If your swap is positive, if your interest is positive, I'm going to wait as long as it takes. But if the interest rate is negative, then I need to check the money management rules. So if I'm risking 0.5% on a trade and the market goes nowhere, everybody, and the negative interest rate reaches the 0.5%, then I'm closing the trade. Okay, Annie? It depends on your strategy, it depends on the system. If you are trading the news trading strategy, the news trading strategy has a duration of 7 hours. Sometimes 5, sometimes 4, you know. But if you have a stop loss above structure high, structure low, well, I'm staying the trade forever. And what do we know? We know that this is difficult, right? Me too, Annie. I lose patience time to time. I was for a month and a half in the AUD JPY, and then I lost patience and I closed the trade. You know, I lost patience thinking, well, I have 0.5% locked in here, so I'm going to cancel this trade and I'm going to use this 0.5% to find another trade because I don't want to wait more. And guess what happened as soon as I knew this. It happens all the time. I knew this. As soon as I closed the trade, the market broke the sideways channel, you know, and went down. And I knew this. I know this, you know. But I was thinking, oh, you know, what the hell, I'm going to close this. I'm going to put my 0.5% of risk capital on the another trade, another opportunity. Victor, is anything else what we should be learning during this vacation to be prepared for the next year? Yes, Victor, psychology. Learn about yourself. According to the Thames, it is missing only the hedging part in the YouTube series. Yes, correct. We are going to talk about hedging and then the trading business, and then we are going to start all over again. And of course, if our boss, Yanis, is going to accept, you know, he's the boss. Maybe he's going to say, no, one time is enough of trading course 101, let's make something new, you know. Let's try to make something better, you know. And everybody, if you want to stream for Ducascopy, just write to the research@ducascopy.com and ask for Yanis. He's our captain, and then talk to him. He's going to say yes or he's going to say no, you know. Okay, Annie? Now it depends on the stop loss. If you have the stop loss above the candlestick formation, then the answer is easy. The market's going to or stop you out or you are going to win. But we talked about this already. Don't enter in the ring between the bulls and the bears, everybody. Stay out of the ring. Let the bulls and the bears fight and show you who is the winner, who is the loser. This is why, especially for the beginner traders, we are telling you the best place to put a stop loss is above or below structure. Beginner traders lose money because they enter in the ring with the bears and the bulls, and they get crushed. You know. Thanks for the answer, no problem. This is my dream job, to be a trader. Everybody, we are going to talk about the trading business next year. Okay? How can you set up a trading business for yourself? You don't need to have a lot of money, but you need to be a profitable trader. You know? And of course, sometimes it's going to happen, but you need to win more than you lose. And you have three type of traders, everybody. So you have traders that they are losing. I'm going to explain you something. Okay? So investors, it doesn't matter if they are a person or they are an institution, a company. Investor, before they invest or choose a trader or a fund, you know, or a hedge fund or an investment fund, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 more. 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11. Whoops. Clone. And clone. So we have January, right? So this is January, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. And you have December, right? December. Okay. So let's say that you have $1,000, everybody, or 5,000 euros, you know, or 10,000 Japanese yen. It doesn't matter. Okay. No, 100 it's not enough because you are not going to make it. But let's say that you have 1,000, maybe 5,000 or 10,000, whatever, and you are making money, but still. So this is a plus, but still you are during 1 year you have 7 losing months. Okay. You are considered, everybody, still a losing trader, which is normal. It's okay. Nobody is born as a trader, you know. So you are winning some, you are losing one. So no investor, everybody, is going to, maybe if you know somebody like VIP, but is not going to invest in you because you are losing most of the time. Now your life is going to change when you are going to have 7 positive months, right? 7 positive months and 5 losing months. Then the things are going to change because, you know, you can measure or you can compare yourself to different traders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and different hedge fund and investment funds. And what is important is the result end of the year. You know, if you can make it at the end of the year, if you can make it 30%, 35, 40, you are in the upper 50%. Everybody listen to me. Okay, I don't know how it's all over the world, but the majority of countries, if you can make it 30, 35%, 40%, you are considered a trader in the upper 50% of profitable traders. You know, why is that? Because also if you're going to check in your country, everybody, check in your country how is the profitability of different investment funds or different hedge funds, you know, or pension funds. you are going to see that they're making maybe 70% per year, 17, sorry, not 70, 17% per year, 20% per year, 22% per year. Depends on how they allocate and manage their funds. So if you are a trader, like a person, and you make it 30, 35, then you can start search for investors. Start with your grandpa, start with your grandma, you know, and say, grandma, where do you invest your money? Oh, I invested my money in the Pioneer Global Wealth Management Fund. And you can show him, say, oh, your Pioneer provided you 12%. I provided 32. You know, and then the game starts. Of course, you need to check regulations, and it depends what your country needs, you know. Maybe you're going to need to open a company and to have an accountant and a lawyer, I don't know. It depends country to country. But in order to grow and to have people and companies calling you everybody, then this is not enough. So the first stage is to be more profitable during the year that you are negative. And this is a path, you know, it's normal. You are growing as a trader, you are improving your trading, you know. But when you are profitable, you know, and you don't have any losing months, of course, in between you are going to have a stage that you are going to have 2 losing months inside the year. So you are in the 30 top percent, you know, 30 top percent of the money managers, you know. And if you can make it that you don't have, listen to me, I'm not saying that you are not going to have losing trades, but if you can make it that you are profitable, and it doesn't matter 0.5%, 1%, 5%, you need to understand this, it doesn't matter, but you are profitable and you don't have losing trades, then you are going to be considered a trader in the top 20%, you know. And of course, this is another talk, but it doesn't help you if you are profitable and you are working in your garage and you are not going out, you know. So how are people going to know you if you are, you know, trading secretly just for yourself, you know? You need to go out there and show your results and talk to some money management firms, you know, some proprietary trading firms, and they are all online. A lot of proprietary trading firms are looking for traders. Some of them are desperate. Because, why is that? Because the old guys are getting retired, everybody. A lot of professional traders are in their 50s, 60s, 70s and are getting retired. And the investment banks and the hedge funds and the investment funds and the pension funds and all the other institutions are desperate for new profitable traders. Hello MHB, you are the boss. How many trades do you make daily? It depends, Akos. Some days not even 1, some days 5, 6, 7. It depends on the day. And the same goes on the weekly basis. There are weeks where I don't make not even 1 trade. If the market is not positioned in the way that I want. MHB, how are you going to change your trading in the next decade? This is the question. You are not the boss anymore. Okay, no problem, you know. Okay, everybody. So you can attract investors and you can be a professional, profitable trader without, if you want, without working as an employee for an institution. You know, technology is moving on. Every year we have new platforms, new trading platforms, new investment platforms, new social media platforms, you know, every year, and the trading business is changing, you know, especially the younger employees. They don't fall for the old structures, you know, like, oh, I'm going to invest in the, it's just an example because I don't know, but I'm not going to invest in the Pioneer Fund or the JP Morgan Chase Fund or the other fund, you know, because it's only making 5-10% per year. I'm going to invest into ACOS FX trading room that it's verified by FX book and is a company, and because he's making 50, 60, 70% per year. You know, it's just a stupid example, of course, I know, but still, it's an example, you know. And you have catastrophic funds out there, everybody, that are catastrophe, you know. What's the problem? They don't have profitable traders, you know. When we say that 90% of traders lose money all over the world, goes the same with institutions, you know. You can go to an institution, investment bank, a hedge fund, and you have 100 traders inside, you know. Most likely 60, 70 aren't making any consistent profits. They are employees with a salary, you know, where the boss is telling them, well, if you are going to make 100 millions, then you are going to get a bonus, you know. They have the same challenges as we do, everybody. You know, as a retail trader trading from our home or our office. It's the same story. Questions? So in January we are going to explain to you, we're going to show you some platforms, you know, how can you attract investors, or where can you start and show your profitability in order to grow your account. If you want, but you need to make money most of the time. As I said, maybe you started being, okay, you have a great feature here. Maybe you were losing 6 months, right? And you were making money 6 months, so you are not profitable, but you need to move on and improve. And again, most likely you need to improve your psyche, not the strategy, and do the homework. So you are making money, losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. You are losing 6 months and you are winning 6 months. Nobody's going to look at you. But when you are losing 1, 2, 3 months and you are winning 7 months, 8 months, then things are going to change. They will be fired if they are not profitable. Yes and no. Different corporations have different rules. You know, it depends. It depends on the country, it depends on the corporation, it depends on the rules. You know, not all of them are fired because they are not profitable. Why is that, everybody? Because in this arena of financial markets, investment funds and hedge funds and pension funds and brokers and investment banks, they are comparing each one with the other, you know. So if you're a boss or an owner of a fund or a bank or whatever, and you did 12% per year because your traders were incapable of producing more, and your opposite side, the other firm made 8, you are going to keep your staff, even if they produce nothing or they were losing money, you know. Why is that? Because they have different products, different policies, different money management portfolios, you know. And they are telling their clients, oh, We are down 12%, but don't worry, because we bought Chrysler, you know, let's talk about stocks, you know, value trading or value investing. Oh, don't worry. We bought Porsche, Mercedes and Chrysler. Next year they are going to go up. And the client says, well, okay, you know, I know that Porsche is a good company. I know that Chrysler is a good company. I know that Ferrari is a good company. So, okay. But the younger generations think differently. You know. Believe me, in the next decade you are going to have brokers and investment banks who are going to offer accounts, saving accounts, bank accounts and trading accounts in cryptocurrency. You can bet this is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. You know. Okay, everybody, if there are no questions, Happy New Year. This is our last lesson today. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and we are going to be back after January 15, everybody. Okay? So relax, enjoy the holidays, stay with your family, be nice to each other, study, you know. And think how your trading is going to change in the next decade. I don't believe in cryptos, no problem. But the banks are going to offer it, you know. Okay, everybody, there is no right or wrong, remember this. And try to improve. Remember, you cannot improve if you don't change, everybody. And change is difficult. You know, if you are married, everybody, ask your spouse or your husband, you know, to change. You are going to see, change is difficult. You know. Okay, everybody, a big hug. See you back next year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is FXPassion signing off.